Hi there, welcome to another Lemon 64 review, and in this review we'll be checking out Mermaid Madness, released in 1986 and released by Electric Dreams. On that title screen we can see some basic information, and it was created by Soft Design with this great music by Fred Gray. And dainty Swan Lake music might remind us of ballet dancers and fluffy ladies, so let's press fire and check this out. Game, we play as 18-stone Myrtle, whose job it is to seduce Gormless Gordon. Unfortunately, Gormless Gordon the diver has got himself trapped underneath a boat, and so we'll have to rescue him, and that's the aim of this game. Those different screens we'll get to see high-res animals and also some collectibles as well, and you can see Gormless Gordon there. He's got himself trapped and unfortunately we can't get to him, and even though one of the collectibles is dynamite that we'll find on the level, even dynamite isn't enough to free him. You can see some rope, which we'll need later on, and for the meantime we'll have to avoid these animals, and that will deplete apparently our air supply, which is the bottle that you can see in the top corner, which represents our health. Some items only appear on land, and so we'll have to get into our portable skin bag, which is known as a woman, and apparently she wobbles her way towards that ank. No idea what we're supposed to use it for, but we can collect items and drop them on various screens and they will do things in the game. And in this game it's a very short game and it only comprises of maybe 20 screens, and in this particular stage you can see we cannot get past this alien. We'll have to use a special item to get through that area. Mermaid Madness, we get two themes. One of those is from the Nutcracker Suite, and the other one, I'm reliably informed, is Dance of the Four Little Swans from Swan Lake, which appears when we collide along the surface. And the music in this game by Fred Gray is probably his worst ever, and I definitely say that it gets annoying. Luckily, I think we can press a key to switch that off. Some items are even hidden on the screen, and you can see those bottles lying around. Those are just the top of our health, and at the beginning of the game you don't really need to concentrate on those. On the very top of the screen you can see a timer, and that's Gordon's air supply. If you don't rescue him in time, and I think it's a 7-minute timer, then Gordon's air supply runs out and he dies of asphyxiation. And unfortunately we can't give him an extra life because he's a diver and he's trapped anyway. And the heart in the middle, I have no idea what that's for, but it beats away as you can see. The highest score is 35%, and so far we've scored 10% of it. And so you can see little items. You can see the tyre on the front of the ship. The tyre I didn't actually notice until I watched the long play, and the long play is over in about 7 minutes. use another item to get beyond this oyster, and the lantern that you can see that we collected works pretty much like a Dizzy game. We'll find a totally dark room and we'll have to use that lantern. Unfortunately, it's not possible to get out of here, even though you can get in there without the item. You can see the shell is closed, but we still die anyway, and that means it's not possible. Let's press fire and try again for the third time. I've no idea how to play this game, but if you take a look at the long play, it will walk you through it pretty smartly. And the creators of this game, well, the coder was Richard Kay, his only game on the Commodore 64. It was produced by Jonathan Dean, who moved on to Karnov, Quartet, Enduro Racer, Afterburner and Super Hang-On on the Commodore 64. The graphics were created by Wayne Blake, who also worked on Raw Recruit for Mastertronic, which was a total rip-off of Combat School. And finally, the music, Fred Gray, of course, famous for Mutants and Shadowfire, and also Psycho Pigs UXB. Moving on to those scores, CMVG awarded this game 7 out of 10, Commodore User awarded it 7 out of 10, Your Commodore gave this game 7 out of 10, and Zzap64 gave this game 78% in July 1986. 78% puts this on par with Commodore Wings of Fury, Golden Axe and Defender of the Crown on the Commodore 64, and in the Zzap review I noticed that Julian Rignall gives the appropriate answer. Although this is a very amusing game, it is a rather average arcade adventure and basically boils down to a trudge around the place collecting the right objects and dropping them in the right place, that sort of thing. And that would usually merit this at 40%, but according to the presentation it's worth 80, the graphics are worth 83, the sound is worth 86%, and of course the hookability is 81%. 1164 crew currently gave this 6.6 out of 10, which means that it gets an average score of 7 out of 10, and I think that this is a really bad game. Thank you very much.